Hello and welcome to the SKMS Schedule How-To tutorial. We hope this video will help you easily read and understand your child's class schedule that you'll receive on open house night. The schedule can be confusing, especially for 6th graders new to our building. Let's start with the basics of this sample 6th grade schedule. First, you'll want to check that the student name is correct. Then take a look at the student number. This number will be important throughout the year because your child will use it as his or her lunch number, I-test number, and library number when checking out books. You will also see your locker number. There will not be a combination number because the lockers at SKMS don't have locks. If your child wants a lock, they must be purchased from and issued by the school. Now let's begin breaking down the schedule. I'm going to start with the term because this will help you make sense of the other information on the schedule. If you see a 16-17 listed under term, this indicates that the class lasts all year. And S stands for semester, which is half a year. S1 refers to semester 1 classes, and S2 refers to second semester classes. A Q refers to a class that only lasts a quarter, which is 9 weeks. Now let's take a look at the first column, period and day. The number on the left indicates the period. There are 10 periods in a day. Core classes, which are math, English, science, and social studies, each last for 2 periods, which is 88 minutes. If you notice the number 1 and 3 here listed at the top, we call this a split core because this class is split into 2 44-minute periods with another class in between. The letters A and B will tell you what day the class is on. A classes take place on purple days and B classes take place on white days. If the class is listed as AB, like you see here, that means that it takes place every day on both purple and white days. On this example, you see 4 period 4 classes listed. This is because it's showing you which class that student will have during period 4 for each of the 4 quarters throughout the year. Wow, that was a lot of 4s. Down here, you'll notice that there are 3 period 8 classes. That is because this student has 1 year-long related arts class, which is PE, and 2 semester-long classes. That's why you have the 2 8Bs there. Now, let's move to courses. Each student will have 4 core classes: math and English, which are every day, all year, and science and social studies, which are every other day, all year. Related arts classes like PE, art, and music can take place on a year or semester basis. The official course name of Intervention Extension will be referred to as Enrichment for all students this year. Math and English enrichments will be listed as year-long on the schedule. But this is subject to change throughout the year, and some students may only remain in the course for a quarter or semester. The enrichments listed on this particular sample schedule are quarterly, which is why you see 4 of them listed here. Now let's move to the teacher column. This is the most exciting part of the schedule because all of our teachers at SKMS are ramtastic. The last column lists the room number. You can pick up a map of the school at our open house for easy navigation to all rooms. The remainder of this tutorial will take you through some practice. Let's take a look at this first row here. The first row of the sample schedule indicates that this student will have math, that math class will be all year long, and that it will take place during Core 1, which for 6th graders is period 1 and 3. This is a split core. During period 2, the student will be going, you can see down here, to computers for their related arts class, and then we'll come back to math with Mrs. Stinnett in room 605. Let's take a look at the period 2 related arts courses for second semester. During second semester, this student will be having Ag in room 304 with Mrs. Ryan, but only on purple days. Why you see the A there. The student on white days will be having Facts class, Family and Consumer Sciences, with Miss Hibner in room 306. And these take place on period 2. Period 4 is enrichment for all students and all grade levels every day. On this sample schedule, this student will have a different enrichment for each 9 weeks or each quarter during period 4, and that's why you see those 4 quarters listed. For quarter 1, they will have Miss Lisbon, quarter 2, Mrs. Waltz, quarter 3, Miss Matthias, and quarter 4, Mrs. Ryan. On open house night, when you meet those teachers, they'll give you more information about what that particular enrichment course will be about. Periods 5 and 6 for 6th graders is known as Core 2 and is an uninterrupted time for 88 minutes. During Core 2, periods 5 and 6, this student will have science, and that will take place all year long, but only on purple days. That will be in room 807 with Mrs. Waltz. The student will also have U.S. history all year long on white days in room 601 with Mr. Lorton. Now let's take a look at the afternoon related arts courses. In this sample schedule for her second related arts of the day, this student will have PE, and that course will last all year long, and that will be on purple days. The student will have diversity, and that will be on white days, but as you see here from the S1, that will only last the first semester. The second semester, that student will be having art, and that will take place on white days. Finally, let's take a look at the last class of the day. This student will have English, and that will be every day, which is why you see the A and B for purple whites, and that will be all year long. And since it's periods 9 and 10, that's uninterrupted 88 minutes, and that is what we call Core 3 for 6th graders. And this student will have Mrs. Jenkins in room 602. Thank you for watching this tutorial, and we look forward to seeing everyone at Open House.